Jam the Hype, your boy Chris Chicago, backstage at Kingdom Experience 2015 at South by Southwest. This is Stephen The Levite. There's some rappers that just have names that make you want to go, Stephen The Levite. I kind of want to fight you just because you have a name that, like a wrestler name, you know what I mean?
That's hilarious, yeah.
Have anybody ever wanted to fight you just because your name is so cool?
No, I haven't had that. I think that's my first reaction like that.
I'm glad. I have a lot of first reactions for cats in CHH. Sometimes they don't know how to handle me. They're like, "This is the weirdest, dorkiest, just wackest dude I've ever interviewed with," and they just don't know what to do about me sometimes.
Hilarious. That's what's up.
What's new with Stephen The Levite, man? What's going on?
Just trying to still trying to promote the last project. Can I be honest? Working on some little stuff that I might be kind of putting out for free or just. For people to listen to, but just trying to stay busy, keep my craft sharpened, and yeah.
How's reaction been to the album? I know it's not that old. I mean, I think it dropped in the fall, maybe.
Yeah, November.
Yeah.
So, but it's been good. It's been really good. Like, of course, I'm not gonna get the kind of numbers that a lot of other cats will get, but as far as the response, based on the content. Has been really encouraging. Like, It's been an answer to prayer, just seeing people, who are improving in their marriages and they're getting tighter with their wives and their husbands. And, just being encouraged to talk about subjects that they wouldn't normally talk about because they're kind of taboo in the church. So what is on your heart? What are some of those taboo subjects that you care about, that you want to talk about, that you want to help people with? Yeah, I mean, the biggest taboo is sex. People don't talk about sex like that. It's whenever you
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Exactly, right. And even that song was revolutionary because it was a topic that was necessary for Salt and Pepper at the time.
Yeah.
And nobody was talking about it, but the AIDS epidemic was blowing up. And in the same sense, I think, like today in the church, I think whenever we talk about sex, it's usually with the don't do it till you're married stigma. And there's so much negative around it that you never hear about the positive part. And it's not until you get into those intimate conversations with somebody you're really close with, or, when you're with your pastor, but it's like at his house, you know what I'm saying? So, have
you ever heard sex compared to fire before?
No, I haven't. Well, yeah, I have. Like in Proverbs, it says taking fire into your bosom. That's about as close as I can get.
I heard a pastor talking about how sex, and I'm gonna butcher it. I'm gonna try to remember what he said, but basically the concept was like sex is like fire. And when you have fire, when you have it confined to its fireplace, and it's taken care of, and you're nurturing the fire, it's going to keep you warm, it's going to be nice, it's going to be very beneficial, it's going to be something really beautiful, right?
Yeah.
But if you take the fire outside of the nice little nurtured fireplace, it's going to burn your house down.
Exactly.
And sex is the same kind of way. If you keep sex inside the confines of marriage, it's going to be nice, it's something to be celebrated, it's going to keep you warm, it's beautiful. But sex outside of marriage, that mug's going to burn your house down.
Oh yeah,
it's going to burn you.
Yeah, and
you will get burned.
Yeah, definitely. And just even talking more about that freedom that the fire has inside the fireplace. Like, I think we talk about just keeping it in the fireplace.
Oh, you're getting real now.
Yeah, no,
you're like the
really
freedom
real.
of that fire inside the fireplace.
Yeah, exactly. So like, because people don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Like for single people.
Yeah, you're talking about stoking that fire.
Exactly. Like for single people, they're like, oh yeah, sex is great, and that's all they hear. But they don't hear even for married people, they need to be reminded, like, look, you have, and this is the other part of it, you have baggage from your past relationship.
Yeah, I do have to be honest, I've never talked to anybody live on air about sex before. It is a little awkward just to say the word sex.
Yeah.
We're on camera, and I'm saying the word sex. It's weird.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, no,
Go
it's
ahead.
all good. But, I mean, like I said, and that's the whole part of the process, like helping cats to become more comfortable with talking about something that the Bible talks a lot about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So somebody's watching this right now. What would you say to that person where,
Study the scriptures. You're going to find sex everywhere. Get used to talking about it. Get used to talking about it with people who have the right perspective about it. Yeah. And, don't be ashamed about your issues and stuff like that. Deal with it with the right people.
And before I interrupted you were talking about that past baggage that...
Yeah, the past baggage. Like, sometimes people come into a relationship and all their thoughts about sex are the sin that they have behind them. So when they get to their marriage, they don't want to have sex that often because they're like turned off to sex because of their guilt. And so like even for some
How does a person get past that?
the gospel, they got to learn how to apply the gospel to their marriage. They need to learn how to deal with their baggage and just address it, repent for stuff, forgive other people for stuff, and talk about it with their spouses in a way that allows them to move forward.
Now, how did this subject of sex bically, how did it become important to you?
Well,
was it something that was a personal experience?
My own personal issues, you know what I'm saying? My wife had, her own past issues, being molested, being raped when she was younger, and even in college. And, just having all her, the stigma that comes with it and wanting to walk in that freedom because it is something good. It is something to be enjoyed. But having that mental, just wall, that stronghold that kind of kept her back and made her want to not do it as often or, whatever. So, but, her finally getting counseling and stuff like that and us being able to talk through stuff gave her more freedom and gave me more freedom because I'm like, because I have my own issues as well and I wanted more of it, but I wasn't getting it. And so my temptation is coming in and I want to look at porn or something because I'm upset. And just dealing with all those issues together and working through it in a gospel-centered way is extremely healthy and has benefited our marriage so much. And I felt like that was something I needed to share with other people.
It's really dope, man. So talk about the album. Came out in November.
It's called Can I Be Honest? Very soulful album. A lot of honest discussion about it.
I really loved it. Yeah, it was a great album, man.
Thank you. So just great, just my honest, discussion about those topics and other things and just me trying to make good music. You know what I'm saying?
Stephen the Levite, ladies and gentlemen, with such a cool name, can you give me like a muscle pose, like you're a wrestler?
Like that, you know what I'm saying?
Stephen the Levite right here on jamthehype.tv. Peace.
Peace out.